Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Last week, 4 social media users alleged that gospel singer minister Nathaniel Bassey fathered the son of a fellow popular gospel singer, Mercy Chinwo. This allegation went viral on social media and has caused a lot of frenzy. Although the minister, Nathaniel Bassey, has lodged a formal complaint with the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, urging that and pleading an investigation and prosecution of the individuals that have accused him of criminal defamation and cyber stalking. We recall that something similar happened to AY comedian where this set of criminals accused him of fathering or accused his wife of fathering their child with the gate man and that he wasn't the father of their last baby. Many have said that the pastor and gospel singer should have committed everything to the hand of God, not sue. What is your take on this? Because we've heard stories like this several times, and especially when it comes to pastors, they expect you to say, leave it to God. Do you agree with him taking a case? YK, your family has been on the receiving end of some of these stories a few times, but you don't even read it. You don't even know anything happening on social media. You don't send. Do you think we're giving them too much attention?
I don't think so. Because you see, what people don't understand is if you do something on social media against somebody and it's not true, that thing stays there. It's not like when it was in the days of newspaper that we now use the newspaper to eat akara. Nobody is using social media to eat akara again. So it will stay there for life. Your children will be born and will see it. You know? So, I mean, if it's not true, he's well within his right to sue. I would definitely.
But whether it's true or not, what is that guy's business? How do you see a baby's picture? And then you bring somebody else to say that this person looks like, oh yeah, you go and do DNA, go and investigate. The audacity for me, I don't know how we get our guts, where we get our guts from. It's guts of steel for me. You don't do that to a human being. You pick a baby's picture online, people celebrating the gift that God has given to them, and then you are pairing another person's face to say, go and investigate, go and, even if you suspected anything, is there no way you could have reached out anonymously to the person privately? Why do you have to come online to do that? That is, in fact, when I saw the video, I was vexing in my spirit. And then I heard that he had, gotten lawyers, he had written a petition. I was like, yes! And all the people that were saying, why don't you leave it for God? Leave it for God. You are God too. The scripture told us that ye are gods. Know ye not that ye are gods? You people know the scripture. We are gods too. So we can take some action to deter mad people from being mad to everybody. And I wish that all those people who stand up laying false accusations on other people will be prosecuted. In fact, let them use this particular guy as an example. So that before you go out there and make false statements, look at the thing that happened to me during the election period, where somebody was misbehaving in an airline. His first name, his last name was Obiajulu. I happen to be Obiajulu. And then they now say, let's spare the two. Oh, that is Obiajulu's husband. And then went on social media, went on different blog posts and started making some very nonsense accusations. First of all, even if it was my husband that had that altercation, how did that affect me? How did it concern me? Did I send him there? He's not my husband, no verification, nothing. You put it out there and you leave it. Tomorrow, my child goes on social media and then starts saying, Daddy, was it you that was misbehaving at an airline? And we need to punish these people. Catch them, punish them.
You see, when they say leave it for God, my belief is this. God put us on this earth, gave us eye, hand, brain, everything. God is not going to come and teach you how to use those things. He has given you the tools. God has given you the tools to use those things. So if someone offends you, do the right thing. Go to court. I would go to court. If I were Nathaniel, I don't know him.
Nathaniel Bassey.
I've never even heard of him.
Petition.
Because that is a strong accusation.
Terrible one for someone in that position.
Nima,
we've had cases like there are these things. This is not the first time we're hearing things like this. Is it that we've not had our judiciary system hasn't made enough scapegoats, or have we not had enough convictions to send a message that would deter people from this? Because they're chasing clout. You know, there was a story that we took a few months back where one person was now begging that I was just trying to get followers. I was just trying to get more people to see my page. This is how I make money. But we are begging after you have already done something terrible. This is that we're not prosecuting enough, or we're not getting enough convictions. And is the conviction enough to serve as a deterrent for people to stop doing this?
We're actually not following through. So that case was AY's case, where the young man, this same young man, because I'm looking at the face, look alike, was the one that did that video then. And he came out and begged AY after a few, when the petitions, and he saw the figure attached to the petition, he came out begging that he needed the numbers, he only got numbers and all of that. Number one is that he shouldn't even have a social media page again.
Exactly.
Whether on TikTok or anything. But AY, maybe yes, sorry. Or maybe they are still in court. But I like the way Eniola Badmus went with her own.
I'm telling you.
She put photo. Do you know that girl has started again? So these people they are unrepentant. They don't have any form of remorse. So I'm looking at this young man. I hope I'm not mistaken. I think he was the same one who did the video about AY's little child. And now they looked at Mercy Chinwo's beautiful child and decided to do photo DNA.
From where?
Tried to do photo DNA. You know, they insisted that another person whose character now depends on it is the father of the child, maligning and in the mind to destroy a marriage. So this kind of maliciousness, we have laws against it. But a Nigerian will start, Nigerians will still come on comment and say, no, rich like that, he has already apologized.
Like say sorry
So
is enough.
whether they apologize or not, I'm of the former Minister of Works book. We will follow it through to the end, to the bam of it, so that person, even if he cannot control his gutter of a mouth, he would know better than to choose me or my descendants or my family members for that kind of thing.
You know, something happened to me like that recently on social media. I didn't talk about it because first thing is I engaged a lawyer. Since they took the post down, but now you can't even find the person because me, I want to go to the end. This person.
Exactly.
So a lot of them now hide under fake names and everything. How do we stop? That's my own problem because really that person, I want to go to court with the person. I don't mind. So because I would never go on social media and abuse anybody.
No, but you're not jobless. Neither are you depressed. You don't have problems. You're okay. You're not mentally unstable. You're fine. So you won't do that.
No, but
so what you're saying,
let me take this call. I'll come because I really want to hear. I feel like on the legal perspective, many people don't know what the legal options are, and in many cases, we just take sorry. But let's take this call. Samuel has called in from Jos. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me come this way. Our institutions is strengthened. That whatever I have to do in that institution will help to get justice. You see, sometimes we commit offense, and the person who committed that offense against, you say, come to court. You're waiting for him in the court because you know yourself. You know who you know, and somebody knows who, and somebody knows who again. So if we don't make the institution strengthened, to be stronger than it is, we will not get justice. And for those that go about managing the image of others, since they have a difference, they should be punished adequately and accordingly so that they don't repeat that. Thank you and thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. There are cases like the one Anthony has where it's a written article where blogs do. But this case is very good because it's the face of the
Serious liver.
It's the
you
case.
Have liver.
It's a video. So we had people who were commenting under the post as well, under her post, writing their comments and all of that. Those ones you might have a few days trying to find them. But this one that went on a TikTok video with his full face, disgracing the entire family, that's in a gutter mouth or I don't get better mouth, now I get, and go like that. And until they feel what they have served, until they are made to eat what they have served, they don't have any emotions, they don't have any empathy towards people that are trying to destroy. So,
okay, you were talking about how you couldn't find the person in your
we couldn't find the person.
That was my case.
You can always trace. Yes, you can always trace the person. It's
Why
just
did you
that
collect sorry?
sometimes. No. I said I didn't, it wasn't only me that was tarnished. They dragged TVC inside. TVC wasn't ready to do the fight, so why will I be fighting? It's two of us that they called. So if TVC had backed me up, okay, let us go and fight this fight. I know they fear fight. But as they left me to be on my own, I decided not to fight. I just insisted that they remove the post on their page. So finding people is easy. We think it's not. It's just that sometimes we are not ready to follow through. Right?
It's a lot of work.
They will trace you and trace you and trace you to your doorstep. I traced the owner of the blog to his doorstep. I was ready, but I felt like this fight is not only my name that was called. I will not be fighting for the group. I will not be fighting for the crowd. And that's why I left it, right? We can always find these people. You will need to spend time. You need to spend money. And sometimes you just feel, what's this wahala about? Let me just move on. Because, of course, it would destabilize your business. If you're someone who's very busy, traveling and doing things, and then you are sitting down to be tracing and spending money that you don't have and all of that, it discourages people from following through. But if you're ready to do the fight, you will do the fight. You will get people.
We have been looking for the person.
I don't mind.
It's not hard, though.
Remember in 2021, January 1, that somebody wrote and said, and I looked for that person. We used unconventional means to get his account. We went and we got nothing. No place, no address.
Hell.
A lot of them do that.
This person is blogging, no place, no address, no location. So if I were to write a pre-notice, a pre-action notice, where will it be served?
What about
what would happen is you would go to court.
Yeah.
Because what the lawyer said, you go to court, I will sue the person, get judgment, win, but
nobody
to take. So when we talk, we have a caller on the phone. We'll take that call and continue on the legal, maybe what the judiciary can do, what the National Assembly can do to support the fight against this kind of things. Welcome to the show. Are you still there, Obi?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Software. Good morning, DC. Good morning, YK.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm a first-time caller from K2.
Welcome to the show. You're very close to us.
Okay, that's fine. I've been trying for ages. Thank God I got through today.
Oh,
hey,
congrats. I'm happy for you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, a quick.
Oh my God, after trying to we are so sorry.
Call back.
You will call back and you will get through. So here's my take. When we're trying to do, they're trying to create this cyber law, and people are thinking we are being gagged in the cyber law. I was of the opinion that what about if the cyber law is saying that every social media handle has a verified NIN BVN attached to their page?
I think that's how it should be.
Because if we do it that way, because right now in our passports, once you put your passport, you will see your NIN there. And that means that you are linking everything. So if it might not be open to everybody, but if we petition Facebook or petition Meta, petition X, petition TikTok, they can bring out the person's NIN, because that's the only way we can deter this thing long term, where people know that you cannot remain faceless. Even if you're not in Nigeria, because some of them are abroad safe. That's the challenge. Some people are blogging from diaspora, and they are tapping into the market in Nigeria, causing confusion here. So we need to create a system. I feel like the government can create a system where the policy can change. See, Apple, as big as Apple is, based on Europe, in iPhone 15, it is Type-C. That's the power of a country and a community that decides to say, this is what we'll take.
Type-C charger?
It's Type-C charger. And it was just because EU said that they will not take Apple in any EU country if they continue with their Lightning. You can't be telling customers to be using, they have Android.
Even my iPad everything now.
They've changed it, and it was because
everything is Type-C.
It was a policy by a group of nations.
Governments,
so the government can change, if government can force a company as big as Apple to change what is their own product pattern, then it is possible that Nigerian government, if we are really, how serious are we?
No.
Because this is it's really bad. Tomorrow, somebody can come and say, my children don't look like me, and they don't look like, or something weird like my business is not, and the person will just say it and go.
They don't even think of the repercussions.
There's no repercussion.
That person, because like this girl, you don't know how strong she is. Yeah. You don't know. What if she went to commit suicide?
Planning a concert that time, and at the point of the concert.
So I really agree with what you have suggested, and I think this is time for our lawmakers to begin to work. right? Sometimes we do not know the problems we have till the people now say, oh, this has been affecting us and we need somebody who's representing us to move a bill that going forward, this and this and this is what is expected. And now we are saying to our lawmakers, please, you need to move this bill that all these apps and everything would require that if you're set up in a country like Nigeria, you must have a means of identifying the people who use the app. Like in the banks, for instance, if somebody defrauds you just take a police report to the bank and they will trace the person's address and then you go and fish out the person. So we should be able to be certain that if anything goes wrong, I will be able to trace this person who is hiding behind the keyboard. Once you have an account, a social media account, you must have an address. You cannot be anonymous. Exactly. You must have your verification numbers there. In case you misbehave, we'll come and pick you up from your house. So you face
you will be answerable.
Exactly.
Sometimes
to what you're doing.
People
will behave themselves naturally.
Abosede, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, lady?
Very well, thank you.
All right. I really want this case, to be brought to book. I am hoping that this person that did this will be brought to book. This is becoming too much. Everybody will just come to social media and say nonsense. This is too expensive a joke. How can you? Do you know that thing is guilt? The person, there are about 4 persons, 4 different bloggers. Do you know that this thing can cause, issues or trust in that marriage? Mm-hmm. You don't know the state of the heart of that man. You don't know how emotionally developed he is. Yeah. You don't know his emotional intelligence. He cannot stop. But in his heart of heart, do you know they are friends? Do you know that this can lead to suspicion? If not God. You know, there are so many careless statements they make on social media. Young children, they don't know the consequence of what they are doing, and this can, bring issues. It can. Let's give instance. They say you should forgive. What if that thing is already causing issues in the home?
Exactly.
So who's going to forgive what are they going to do about their marriage? If he forgives those people, like Auntie Elise said, God has given us brains. So God is the one that empowered them to be lawyers, to be doctors. He knows why. If you go to Exodus, God was talking about God giving people ability to have knowledge. So God gave us knowledge. He said, as believers, we should use all these things that He has given unto us. So for this person, I am looking forward to singing this today. I'm working every day. I am supporting Nathaniel Bassey. I am supporting you 100%. Go ahead with this case. Until you get justice, this person should not be excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Abosede.
I agree. I totally agree with her. Until she gets Nathaniel gets justice.
Enough people get justice.
Shouldn't stop.
It mustn't be one.
Mm-hmm. So just like some of our laws don't work, like bigamy doesn't work here. You see, this defamation might not necessarily work. Some people will see it and say, but it just costs you don't say sorry. That sort of attitude is what encourages these people. This person knows what he's doing. He knows he's lying. And he knows that when the time comes to push comes to shove, he will start to beg. The young lady that did the Nyola's alleged that she was a pimp.
She was begging.
At the police station, she looked so sorry. She looked so... people were not saying, he don't do now. Wait till she throw, wait till you catch. People were not saying all sorts of things. Eventually, Eniola even followed through to... She was able to get a statement and something to deter her. But the lady is back on TikTok doing the same thing. They do it for the numbers, so it doesn't deter our attitude until we call it a grievous crime, enough for the grievous penalty that would deter.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the penalty attached to this, as well as the cost of prosecution. It's not everybody that is willing to spend that money and the time to prosecute. And also, is the penalty worth the effort you put into getting the justice you're seeking? Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.